What is going on out there, peeps? All right, sometimes I'll run across somebody that makes a video that does a really good job of, explaining uh, the importance of precious metals. You know what I mean? I liked a lot of these little lessons. The one we saw where the gentleman said in his mind he had settled on 10,000 ounces of silver is what he was going to retire with. And he told everybody about how he had figured this out and how it would add an extra $600 per month on top of whatever else he was getting via retirement. So I like when I get those and I have a chance to share them. And I'll share them with you because some people have better ways of explaining things that really stick. The lesson sticks, all right? So we're going to get into that here in just a second. But first of all, man, these 10-ounce bars are beautiful, but there's something about them I'll show you that kind of freaks me out a little bit. Anyways, if you are thinking about buying into precious metals, give our friends over there at Money Metals Exchange a consideration. The link is in the description. If you buy more than $100 worth of precious metals, use promo code Pimpy, P-I-M-P-Y, and you will get a free half ounce of silver. If you already got your free half ounce, you won't get any more. We got Pimpy's Investment Chat. It's the same name as the YouTube channel. Over here, we talk about investment opportunities, gold, silver, cryptocurrencies, as well as foreign currency investments. All right? No politics. Bring that over to here, which is the hidden things in front of your eyes. You can talk about politics here, QAnon, NESARA, GESARA, current events, 9/11, false flag, all those things here. Just be respectful of one another. And if you don't have Facebook, I do got Twitter. The link is in the description. Come on over and join me. All right. So here's something. Earlier I did a video showing you guys there was another article that said about October being an interesting month. Here's another one today. The Bahamas reveal details October date of landmark central bank digital currency debut. So it looks to me like we're being forced, whether we want it or not, into cryptocurrencies. You should have got the hint when they were trying to tell us and lie to us that there was some type of coin shortage. So here it is in the Bahamas. The Bahamas confirmed it will cross. Remember, this is about the same time as the October, the IMF talking about us moving over. I think it is on October the 12th or the 16th, moving over. The banks are going to be moving over into a new monetary system, which is, of course, a type of digital currency. So again, this is now Bahamas is coming out saying the same thing. All of them coming out around October. Keep in mind the official launch of the Great Reset is January 1st, 2021. And these things are all tied into them. Again, we're gonna have to fuss. They're gonna tell you that there's nothing you could do, but that's not true. You don't have to accept this at all. I know people are gonna, well, how do I get my money? I'm telling you, that's the least of the problems. Having a government have 100% control of your money and what happens to your money is bad news. Zero interest rate, you gain nothing from it. Negative interest rate, it forces you to spend your money because you're actually losing money by leaving it in your account. Do you see what I'm saying? That's why precious metals is a good option. All right. So anyways, look at the Bahamas confirmed it will cross the central bank digital currency finish line next month. In a late Friday tweet, the Central Bank of the Bahamas announced that on October 20th, it will begin the gradual national release of consumer-facing sand dollar digital currencies, perhaps the world's first retail CBDC. Though it was already known that the Bahamas were eyeing a mid-October release, the Friday announcement sets a hard date for the historic event and sheds new light on a rollout. In the first phase, private sector players such as banks, credit unions will ready their systems with Know Your Customer and other compliance check across low-value personal and enterprise wallets. See, I have a feeling what we're being told is the quantum financial system. No, it was confirmed that it exists, but I don't like this at all. Anyway, sand dollars, second phase, slated for early middle of 2021, will focus on preparing essential infrastructure services in the government and private sector, such as utility companies for the CBDC. Okay, a growing cadre of financial and payment institutions, cadre, sorry, um, slated to intersect with sand dollars have already invested in building out mobile wallets for the users and have been onboarded for the rollout according to the central bank. Those wallets will be secure with multiple factor authentication safeguards according to this announcement. See, they're forcing you into this. They're going to try to lure you in with something, but they're forcing you into this. Again, I can't stress this enough. Do you trust your government to monitor your money? They can't even manage their own money. If you don't comply with anything they say, they will just turn your account off. We are getting to that part. It's coming very soon. Users cannot and should not expect to have cash-like annuities when using the CBDC. The central bank said even so. It said Friday the wallets will be encrypted to ensure confidentiality. Additionally, the central bank said it has prepped the CBDC by subjecting it to rigorous cybersecurity assessment to overcome public fears of paying with digitally native currency. So my thing is not a matter of whether or not the system works. It could be hacked. The power could be turned off. The government could take it from you. We see what's happening over in China right now. If you get jaywalking, you try to cross the street, and you get nailed with facial recognition, the money is already immediately taken out of your account. Not very thrilled about this whatsoever. Regulations surrounding the sand dollar are still in the works. The central bank said those will be, look at this, crystallized in the public space over the next month of October. So anyways, I just wanted to share this with you because, again, here's another one of those central banks. October date. The video I did earlier, we saw the IMF. They're going to be launching theirs. We really and truly need this seems inevitable now. It really does. I'm trying to be positive about all this stuff and really believe that Trump has some kind of plan to save the world. But yeah, this kind of stuff is just discouraging to me. If they do it side by side with a go back dollar bill, a physical dollar bill, I wouldn't have a problem with this whatsoever. Anyways, not only that, I showed you guys in another article that, hey, they want to create blockchain technology that will monitor the origins of your precious metals. How if that ain't enough, here we go again. They're going to say this is in the name of making sure that your precious metals is authenticated, but that's not what it's for. They want to track how much you have. Watch this. I can't play with the music because I get a copyright, but here you go. So you buy these 10-ounce bars. They are beautiful looking. You flip them over. Look at this. It's a tracking device. Yeah. So you're supposed to be able to take your phone and scan it, and it'll tell you whether the gold or the silver is authentic, whether it's real or not. You know what I mean? But to me, that's not what it is. I think when you scan it, what you're doing is you're telling them where that particular bar is. And I'm not thrilled with that. Again, all these new things that are being put out here that are meant to supposedly protect us, again, it's actually the opposite in my opinion. I don't like this thing neither. Sorry, you guys, but I'm just showing you the weird things that are out there. Scanned, they have chips in them. Good lordy. See, again, this is one of the ways of getting used to having objects that have chips in them so that when they come for you. Anyways, I want you to listen to what this guy has to say. I told you I come across these lessons from time to time that I think are really useful, and so I want to share them. And I like what this guy is showing.
If gold can store your wealth better than a bank, how about silver?
So again, let me get it caught up here. I got to make sure that it doesn't play the dang music. So anyways, this guy's going to show you a pretty good example of something I think is interesting.
Silver. I found out this.
Watch this.
Welcome to Silver Heist. Thank you to our returning subscribers and guests. We're a channel that likes to buy physical gold and silver.
I don't want him to play
and
that
we
music.
like a coin with a good story. If you like those things,
copyright.
please subscribe. This is part 2 in a series. I recently found an old passbook savings book opened in 1994 with over $3,600. It was held for 2 years, but actually longer, and there was interest income. So this got me to investigate what was the finishing point, what was it worth in the future when I closed this account. Then I started to think, what if I bought gold at that time? What would that grow to? But that prompted people to ask at the end of the video, how about silver? So I investigated and I found out this. Alright, so this is a real bank account. From 1994, I started with just over $3,600. So I didn't add to the account, I just held it. And I held it beyond the 2 years. I actually held it till 1998. So what we want to do is compare the bank to inflation, to gold, to silver. So they all start at the same starting line.
Do you see what he's doing?
1994.
Yeah. He's showing you that with his deposited amount in 1994. And then he's saying that if he had done this the equivalency all the way across, then we're going to see by the time we get to 2020 which one actually performed the best, which I think is really interesting.
So the first thing we need to establish is, are gold or silver or the bank, are they able to keep up with inflation or maintain your wealth? So to maintain your spending power, you would need $3,900 4 years later. So in 1994, gold was $384 an ounce and silver was $523 an ounce.
Dang.
The first surprise is that the bank actually exceeded the rate of inflation. It grew such that wealth was not only maintained, it was created. So at a 6% certificate of deposit, which frankly was paid out for a couple of years, month after month, $20 a month interest income, kept it for a couple of more years, didn't withdraw, didn't add, and at the finish line withdrew $4,400 plus in 2 withdrawals in April 1998. Gold actually lost value in the medium term. In the long term, by 2020, inflation continued to chip away at the value of your dollars, so you needed your dollars to grow to this number just to maintain your spending power, and gold vastly outstripped it. So I have no way of projecting the savings into 2020 because this was cashed out. I really don't know what CD rates have been over that long period. So while gold dropped from 384 to 309 in the medium term, silver actually increased to 621. So in the medium term, silver kept up with inflation and was almost as much as keeping it in a bank with a decent interest income level. But in the long term, let's see. Okay, so with silver trading in the mid-20s, 2678, that actually equates to 18,500. So
do you see what he's showing you here?
Surprise.
Just in case you're a little confused.
So silver kept up with inflation.
He found an old bank book. He originally in 1994 he deposited $3,632. It had a 6% certificate, so every month it paid him out dividends, but he got 6% on his investment every year. By the time he got to 1998, he withdrew all the money out of that account. So he got $4,449 is what he's saying. he did a look at the CPI for inflation. So again, if all are equal, he wanted to see who outperformed what. Inflation by this time, 4 years later, was $3,942. So yeah, his bank did outperform inflation, but also he was able to gain some wealth. Gold, on the other hand, over here dropped. So he lost money. So what he did, okay, just so you understand, here he's showing you that it's $384 per ounce. So what he did is he calculated out the number of ounces he would have owned had he bought it with this money, and that's how he came up with the rest of these calculations. The same with silver. Silver was $5.23. What he did is just divided it into here, and that gave him the number of ounces. He just didn't explain it, but that's what he did. Okay, so here we see, again, gold, in just 4 short years, inflation outperformed gold. So that's not good. But look at silver. Silver not only kept up with inflation, but it also gained a little bit of wealth. So not too shabby. But then he comes all the way up here to 2020. So inflation now is $6,286. Gold, he said, is at 1942. So if he took all the ounces that he bought at this time, he ended up with $18,356 worth of value. So this is not adding to any more ounces. This is just holding on to it. That's what happened. He's just holding on to it. Okay, the same with silver, but here's the thing: silver outperformed gold, and now from 1994 through 2020, this you could see, with all things equal, silver outperformed gold. So that became 18,585. The point of the lesson is this: if you see him keeping track of inflation, you can see that gold and silver always are hedged against inflation. So not only does it stay up with it, but you actually gain wealth. That's what I wanted to show you. All right, we know this is going to continue to happen, especially with what's going on in our markets. All right, I just wanted to share this with you because I thought it was interesting what he was doing. Very, very interesting. So again, had he just took that 3,632, he deposited in the bank, that's inflation. Over here, he had $3,632 worth of gold. So divide that by 384, you would have had a number of ounces. Over here, he did the same thing, $3,632 worth of silver, divided by $5.23. And then those same ounces, without adding to them, were figured all the way through based on the current market level. Silver and gold not only kept up with inflation, but it gained wealth over that time. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It's a great investment, all right? We got to be mindful of these types of things, you know what I mean? And just watch what's happening. I'm very curious about what's going to happen here in October. Very, very curious. You can see the direction that they're trying to push all of us, and I'm curious to see what kind of fight back the people around the world are going to have on this. Let me know what you think in the comments, you guys. What do you think about this over here? You know, this is now the 4th article I've seen, but this is only the second one, especially of today, that's telling us that central banks are launching cryptocurrencies, and they're doing it in October. The other one I did earlier today said the same thing. That's why I showed you this one as well. I was just it was interesting to see that there was 2 articles, one for the IMF and this one here for the central bank. Let me know what you think of this stuff. Do you guys agree with it? Are you all for going 100% digital? Let me know what you think. All right, you guys, that's it, man. If you liked the video, hit the thumbs up button. I just wanted to share. I thought that guy had an interesting lesson that you might appreciate. So hope you guys got something out of it. All right, if you liked the video, hit the thumbs up button. If you're not a subscriber, please do so, because when you do, it helps out the channel. And I surely do appreciate it. I'll catch you later.